So now you're gonna see what chocolate really tastes like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a snap.
Yeah.
It's so dry.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
This is chocolate?
It's chocolate. That's what chocolate really tastes like.
Oh, wait.
It's super acidic, isn't it?
There's acidity to this?
Yeah, chocolate has acidity. Yeah, man. You remember how I was talking about the acidity of this bar here? Where you really finally start to get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not liking it, are you?
I almost thought it was like strawberry. It was like fruity.
It is like very strawberry. It's like young strawberry. Like still green strawberry.
Yeah.
You know?
This is so cool.
Yeah. Welcome to episode 11 of the Sultan of Slow Drip. I am your host, the Sultan of Slow Drip, also known as Mr. Kyoto Black. And joining me, as always,
Hey.
Victor Chan.
What's up, guys? Man? Another week.
Yep, how's it going?
It's good. It's really good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I got some news. I don't think I told you this. I have my first hire.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
So yeah, I have a buddy who, back when I started Kyoto Black,
Okay.
like the very first month that I actually left my previous job at Metropolis to start Kyoto Black, at that time he said, "Hey man, I like what you're doing. I'd like to come work for you if that's possible." And at the time I wasn't making enough money to really hire anybody, and it was that way for a long time. But he walked in randomly. He's back in town. He left and went to the West Coast for a while.
What's his name?
His name's Zeke.
Zeke.
Yeah, so I'll be introducing
Welcome
you all to Zeke.
Everyone say hi to Zeke.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a real good friend. I've known him for like 7 years.
Oh, wow.
And he just happened to walk into the shop. And it's funny enough, he says that what he does is his primary profession is he plays on Twitch. He plays video games.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he's able to support himself just playing video games on Twitch.
Living the dream, Zeke.
Yeah, and I was like, would you like to work for me and make a little bit more money? And
Amazing.
he's like, yeah, let's do it. So
Awesome.
yeah, first non-family hire.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cheers to growth.
Exactly. And he saved me big time yesterday.
Oh, really? Okay,
big,
cool.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have made a lot of customers unhappy because I went through a whole fiasco with, not getting my coffee and all that
We
stuff.
know.
Yeah, yeah. So, but we got it all sorted out. Turns out, UPS themselves are fine. We just had some issues with the place that receives my coffee, but that's all been worked out. And
Okay.
got my coffee now and just playing catch up. And Zeke definitely allowed me to catch up much faster.
Cool.
So, yeah.
What do we got today?
Yeah, so we are going to do a tasting of chocolate. And this is really just scratching the surface of chocolate tasting. Wow. You could get so much deeper into this. I literally just went to Whole Foods and to CVS just to grab these, but there are so many different places where you can get even more specialty chocolates, chocolate in different forms. We're not even tasting cocoa powder. So there are other just methods, or even like a actual cocoa pod.
Wow.
So,
Like is that the rawest form?
Yeah,
The
I think
most
that would
natural
be the rawest
form.
form.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it would be like the pod, and you just split it open and actually start picking the fruit out and eating the layers of it.
Does it look similar to? I don't know if I've seen it. To tamarind?
No, it looks more like a.
Or is it singular?
Yeah, it looks like the anise, like not star anise, like caraway. So do you know like caraway, like the little caraways that are on like rye bread?
No.
The seeds?
No.
So imagine a star fruit.
Okay,
almost.
I know what that. Yeah.
Like a bigger star fruit that's less star looking, more round.
Okay.
And like a cross between that and like those big avocados.
Okay.
It's like that.
Oh, interesting.
But hard looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
that's kind of what it looks like. Almost like a
I
star fruit
think
avocado type.
they showed it in Zac Efron's show once. Yeah, they were picking it off the tree.
Okay,
Yeah,
and they're also like really
it is
cool.
big.
It is pretty big, yeah. And there are some companies now that are doing cacao juice because there's a fleshy part to it, and it has this kind of like horchata looking juice that comes out of it.
Nice.
That's really, really good.
I love horchata.
Yeah, you ferment it itself. Like you pick it and put it inside of like this thing that allows the juice to kind of drain off of it, and it actually ferments inside there as well. And that's a part of like the juice removal process, and then you just press it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, there's this whole process to like getting that juice out, and it comes out like this kind of whitish yellowish kind of color.
Yeah.
And it tastes actually very citrusy.
Interesting.
It's very tangy.
You don't expect that. I
Yeah.
wouldn't expect that.
It tastes like lemon juice, but with like more layers, and then just like a note of cacao in there.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's super good
Where,
stuff.
do you know where we can get any of this?
My buddy David Moore gave me some a while back ago, and I'll ask him where he got it from.
Sure.
I don't even know.
That sounds interesting.
He's like just pulling all these. Like, you ever have cacao juice? Like, like wait, he makes juice out of cacao? Yeah. So, but we have all these different chocolate bars. Some of them you might be familiar with, some you're not. And then also we have actual just cacao nibs to compare alongside the coffee, which has the notes of shaved dark chocolate. And we can kind of go into why I chose that specific note. But we have different variations of like milk chocolate to pretty dark chocolate. So I'll just kind of go through that real quick, starting on this side here. So we got just like the regular standard Hershey bar, just the milk chocolate Hershey bar here. And then also we have the special dark Hershey bar, which doesn't really give you too much information on what the actual difference is, but it's just supposed to be less sweet and a little more kind of chocolatey and bitter.
Okay.
You can definitely see that in the color difference. You got some cacao nibs here, and so do I. And then from here, this is probably my favorite brand. I think it's like a really nice bargain from Whole Foods. It's an Icelandic Chocolate Bar, and they have their milk chocolate, which is this one here. The bittersweet, which is 56% cacao. And then this is the one I normally get, the 70% extra bitter. I just love this bar, like to eat. And then lastly, we have a heirloom chocolate bar, also from Whole Foods, which is 92% cacao. So it's the milk chocolate. If I had to guess, I would say it's probably sitting around like 30%, like 36 maybe percent, 56%, 70%, 92%. And then these are kind of unknown, and this is pure chocolate.
That's 92%, but it looks lighter than
It does.
the 70.
It does, yeah. So we'll see what's up with that. It could be the actual, like, there aren't too many varietals of chocolate. If my knowledge is correct about this, it's not like there's a big difference like with coffee where there's like just tons and tons of varietals. But there might be like a regional difference in terms of like whether it's, from, Madagascar versus from Central America. So,
Okay.
yeah. So I think we should probably start off with the two milk chocolates kind of side by side.
Okay.
And then we'll work our way up with the special dark and then the kind of bittersweet. And then we'll just kind of focus in on these guys here.
Sure.
And, obviously feel free to jump around because we got plenty of pieces here. And we'll kind of finish off with the cacao itself. Yeah. So, all right, cool. So I think I will grab one of these boys first. Cheers.
Cheers.
So just noticing the texture of it, like just how it breaks too.
Is that more of a milky, like note to it, or not? Like the way it breaks, the easier it breaks.
So that just gives you kind of an idea of what it's going to be like on the palate, how like pliable it is versus like how much it snaps, and whether it feels like kind of like sandy or not. Because one of the things about chocolate is the big kind of defining factor with the chocolate is how long it's been tempered. Basically, like the grinding process of it, how long it's been milled on that millstone. And the difference between a fine chocolate and a not so fine chocolate, aside from like additives and stuff like that, and then, the quality of the actual plant itself, is how long it was milled.
Interesting.
Yeah, better chocolates are tempered longer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Bitter chocolates?
Better
chocolates.
Quality. Like
smoother.
Yeah, one of the defining characteristics of a quality chocolate is that it's been tempered for a longer period of time. That tempering process is such a huge expense because it's a time process. And,
sure.
Yeah. So it kind of puts a bottleneck on how much product can be cranked out at a time.
So as far as pricing goes, what's the price difference between like a Hershey versus, or like this milk chocolate versus that milk chocolate, because of the process, the amount of time and labor that goes into this?
Well, this is where things get actually kind of interesting. And before I answer, I'm going to come back to that question. Sure. Let's actually talk about this, and we'll taste and we'll compare, because when I don't want to influence you with the pricing information first. Sure. Yeah. We'll taste it and compare, and then I'll come back to that. So I want to get kind of your take on what you're experiencing.
It feels good. I feel like it doesn't melt too fast.
Okay.
It's not overly sweet.
Okay.
But I wonder it's definitely gonna be sweeter than the other ones.
I mean, for me, like, this doesn't even taste like chocolate.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. It tastes like a frosting almost. Like
it's like, yeah, it doesn't, like, it sits on your tongue.
It sits on your tongue. It sits on your roof of your mouth, like
It just coats everything.
it coats everything. And then here's one thing I want you to tune into is like the texture. It's very sandy.
See, I'm trying to like figure that out when you say sandy.
It's like uneven
Like I hear
texture.
rough. Okay.
It's like
Uneven.
basically it feels like there are little pieces of grit in between the soft parts. Like
Okay.
there's softness and then there's grit, like kind of mixed up in there. Like if you mixed water and flour and then threw cornmeal in it, and then started tasting that, you would taste like the cornmeal in between the water and flour. That's like sandiness.
Okay. Okay.
It's not like cornmeal because it's not like as big as
I know.
cornmeal,
I know.
but it's like on a smaller scale.
And is that from the tempering
Probably. I mean, it also could
or
be
like
from,
the lack thereof?
It could be from the lack of tempering. It could be from milk solids. It could be from, because it's milk chocolate, so they add milk solids to it. It's not just like whole milk that you would
Really?
add. Yeah,
I
it would
didn't
be
know
like
that.
powdered solids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, milk solids. So, by the way, this episode is gonna make me totally break out because I break out anytime I eat dairy. But I'm doing this for you guys in the name of science and coffee. So, personally, like I said, it tastes more like condensed milk. Is actually what it tastes like to me.
Okay.
It doesn't really taste like chocolate.
And what's that like burn at the back of the throat? Like after you swallow, it's like it lingers. Like there's a sting at the back.
It tastes like cooked milk.
Okay.
Like you ever scalded milk before?
No.
Oh, well, it tastes like scalded milk.
Oh, you know what I have? I
Mhm.
have. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it tastes like
okay.
scalded milk.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to trash the brand or anything
No,
like
no,
that,
no.
but it's like I said, honestly, it just doesn't even taste like chocolate to me.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it just tastes more like milk, scalded milk, frosting.
I get the frosting as far as texture goes.
Yeah, like that kind of thing. So, so let's compare that to another milk chocolate, which is this one here.
Okay.
The Icelandic, right here, milk chocolate. Yeah, so.
All right.
So take the chocolate and spread it over the roof of your mouth. Like use your tongue to paint it on the roof of your mouth.
Wow.
What are you getting?
It's a lot lighter than the last one, actually.
Yeah, a lot lighter, less sweet. You can taste the milk. It's like that condensed milk flavor again.
But it's separate from the chocolate.
Yeah. A little more chocolate
Yeah.
coming through, but still, I would say milk predominant.
Okay.
I mean, no grit,
Yeah.
no grit at all. Like maybe like just a touch of grit, like a touch of grit.
Okay.
Finishes really smooth though and like luscious and round.
When you mean, is there another way to say round?
Like supple,
Okay.
like very like creamy basically. It's like very
Okay.
creamy finish, very rich kind of finish. Like
It is very rich.
yeah, it is. I don't like milk chocolate though, but it doesn't taste like frosting, doesn't taste scorched.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
But like one of these, I'd be okay with like a square.
I'd be okay with
Like,
just a
just
square
a
of this.
square.
Yeah, like milk chocolate is very just intensely sweet to me. And like I said, it's still for me. You can tell just by looking at the color of this. It's actually, it kind of is the color of my skin.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have a whole lot of chocolate mass in it. Like this is more milk than it is chocolate. Because if you look at this, the bittersweet, that's 56%. So that's almost half chocolate, half other stuff, right? So in order for it to look like this, it has to be significantly less than half. So this is more other stuff than it is chocolate, as far as I'm concerned, But it still has a better chocolate flavor than the first Hershey bar.
Yeah.
Even though it has a lighter color than the Hershey bar, but
That's very interesting. I mean, who's this? So could there be food dyes?
There could be.
Oh,
I don't know if there are or not, but I mean, I can look on the back.
Because would the average person look at this and be like, this doesn't look as dark as it should look?
Yeah, I mean, they don't say there's anything added to it as far as for as far as coloring goes.
Yeah, we don't want to slander Hershey's.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, there's something called PGPR, but I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a flavoring agent or something. I don't have no idea. But I'll take them on face value. There doesn't appear to be any coloring added to it. So
Cool.
Yeah. So that difference in color that we're experiencing, it could be a product of the milk that was used as well. So
Okay.
I don't know exactly what milk product they're using, and some milk products might add just more kind of
Sure.
milky color to it. So that's totally possible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I mean, who knows? Because like we said before too, when we get there, this 92% looks lighter than 70%. So I don't know. Let's go ahead and move on to the special dark and see how that compares.
When's the right time to take the sip of the coffee?
We'll get in there.
We'll get
in
it.
there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll get in
Gotcha.
there. We're gonna take in all the chocolate, and then the coffee's kind of the capstone, because we'll inform our palates of the variations of chocolate, and then finish up with the coffee, because the coffee's got other things going on too. So
Gotcha.
yeah, so same thing. All right, that actually had more snap to it. When it broke apart, it was less pliable. It didn't like bend. It kind of just snapped.
Indicative of more chocolate or less milk?
Well, actually indicative of more kind of consistency.
Oh.
Yeah, and
It is smoother.
it's smoother. It's a lot smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot smoother. I like this, actually.
Yeah.
In some ways, I like this more than the milk chocolate Icelandic bar.
Oh, wow.
Just because it has more chocolate flavor, less milk flavor. Like, I really don't like milk chocolate.
I gotcha.
I mean, from a texture standpoint, this is superior. Yeah. But this is, like, this tastes like caramel. The milk chocolate, the Icelandic milk chocolate, tastes like caramel.
Compared to this dark
Like
chocolate.
flan or something. Whereas this is, like, kind of more tasting like chocolate here. And texture, way better than the milk chocolate bar.
The first one, yeah.
Way better.
So then I wonder if that's due to the chocolate and not due to the process, because they probably have the same process for both, right?
They probably do. I don't know much. I haven't done any research on their process or anything like that.
Yeah.
I would say maybe just like the blending of the milk into it probably doesn't lend itself to a better consistency.
Because I didn't know there was such a thing as milk solids.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So, all right, let's try this boy.
Okay.
So we're doing now the 70, or sorry, 56%. Yeah.
56.
56%. Bittersweet.
Ooh, more snap.
Yeah, nice snap.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, now we're starting to approach what I would consider actually something that tastes like chocolate.
It's subtle. It's like,
Yeah.
it doesn't hit you in the face like the last couple.
Yeah, it doesn't hit you in the face with sweetness. It's much more like nasal, like you really smell it a lot. And also, when you coat your tongue, it's got a nice consistency, but it doesn't like completely coat your tongue. Like,
And it doesn't sit there.
it doesn't sit there like the other one. Like the other one sat there was like much
Lingered,
heavier.
yeah.
It lingered. It was like eating flan,
Yeah.
or
yeah.
custard or something.
Yeah. Yeah, with that like cream on top, yeah.
Yeah. It also has this this booziness in a way.
Oh.
Like, it doesn't taste like alcohol exactly, but it has a bite to it that like is very similar to a bite that a liqueur might have.
And that's not the bitterness, is it?
I think it is.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Like the bitterness is more pronounced. Like, it's got a dry bitterness
Okay.
that it's just like more kind of punchy.
Yeah.
And it's a little dry. Like, you can taste it's a little dry and kind of like,
I like that though.
yeah, it's almost like woody, but not in a really bad way. Like, not in a way that dries your mouth out like completely.
No. But
Just in a way that's,
yeah.
you know how like when you drink an adult drink and it has character?
Yeah.
It's like that, where it's
Okay,
like
okay.
an adult flavor.
Okay. They grow up so fast.
All right. I actually finished that bar too, that little square. So,
Nice.
all right. 70%.
Wow.
I would say probably
Oh my gosh.
similar.
Can you hold up your two?
Yeah.
So hold up 56 and then hold up 70.
Yeah. So this is
It's subtle, but it's there. The difference in color. So hold side by side. Side by side.
Sorry, I broke this apart. So, do you have yours still intact? Because I kind of broke mine up.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's subtle. It's hard to tell the difference.
Yeah. Yeah. There's actually a big amount of difference. You can tell in the gloss.
Oh, really? Oh, so the 70 is more gloss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see it's like just
Interesting. 70 has more gloss.
shinier.
Yeah. My hands are so warm and they're melting so fast
Yeah.
in my hand.
You want a paper towel?
No, I'm good for now.
Okay. Really snappy. Mm.
It's so rich.
It's rich. There's a nutty flavor that comes out now, almost like almond.
What?
It really fills your whole mouth and nasal cavity with just chocolate, like in a really good way. It's not overpowering. It's not too sweet.
Okay.
I get very much an almond flavor from it.
Really?
What are you getting?
It's hard. It's richer chocolate to me.
about
It's
the
still
texture?
dry.
Like on the roof of your
Texture.
mouth, like
It's thicker.
yeah,
But it doesn't linger.
It doesn't
it's thicker,
linger, it's
but
like
it doesn't
very clean.
linger.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it like hits you in intensity, but it finishes.
Smooth.
Yeah,
it
it's
goes
very
away. Yeah.
smooth, very clean tasting.
Whereas, like, yeah, that first Hershey bar, the milk chocolate Hershey bar, it just stayed there.
Yeah. Now actually go back and try a little piece of your Icelandic milk chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah. And just see what a difference there is between the two.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even taste like the same thing.
They don't.
Yeah.
It's so light.
It's so light and it just tastes like milk, honestly.
I see what you
Or
mean.
caramel.
I see what you mean.
Like,
Toffee, caramel.
I really do feel like milk chocolate is for caramel lovers, not for chocolate lovers.
I don't even like caramel, but
Yeah.
I thought I liked milk chocolate.
I mean,
I still do. It's just like that's very interesting.
yeah, I mean, I'm not going to, talk bad about caramel because there are a lot of really great tasting caramel flavors and things, but it's not chocolate. It's just, if you're looking for chocolate flavor, I don't think milk chocolate.
And then at the end of that milk chocolate, there's that sting. Like, I don't know if there's another word to say it, but like it just like there's a bite at the end of it, at the back of my throat.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably from the milk solids.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, that's just what you
What I
use.
didn't get from, and
You
I didn't
don't
get
get
that
it,
from the
yeah.
dark chocolate.
Yeah. So that would be my guess.
Interesting.
I want to try a little bit more of this 70% bar. Yeah, the texture on the roof of my mouth, very consistent. It's thicker. Like, I need to work more to kind of move it across my palate. Like, it's just a thicker experience. Comes up into my nasal cavity really nicely. Get the nice acidity as well. Like, the acidity of the chocolate actually comes through.
Okay.
And yeah, it gets like this really nice kind of nuttiness. Just like earthy, nutty.
Earthy is a good one. I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. It's hard for me to get the nutty one, but
It's like if you just ate like a almond. Just like just sit there
oh,
and just ate an almond.
okay.
Yeah, like that
Okay.
kinda. Yep.
Okay.
I'm really curious about this 92%. All right, let's go ahead and try that. I'm gonna hold this up real quick too. I probably haven't held up every single one, but you guys get the idea.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, 92%,
Okay.
which looks lighter, snappy.
Oh, look, it's that is so smooth. I don't know. It was like just so.
Wow. Holy smokes. So now you're gonna see what chocolate really tastes like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a snap.
Yeah.
It's so dry.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This is chocolate?
It's chocolate. That's what chocolate really tastes like.
Oh, wait.
It's super acidic, isn't it?
There's acidity to this?
Yeah, chocolate has acidity. Yeah, man. Chocolate, you remember how I was talking about the acidity of this bar here? Where you really finally start to get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not liking it, are you?
I almost thought it was like strawberry. It was like fruity.
It is like very strawberry. It's like young strawberry. Like still green strawberry.
Yeah.
You know?
This is so cool.
Yeah.
This is real chocolate? What the heck?
Yeah. Like now spread this across your tongue and your roof of your mouth.
Yeah. I'm not really enjoying it, but...
Nah, it's rough, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, it's very, very acidic.
Yeah.
Like chocolate has a lot of acidity.
It's very cool, though. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that.
Still very smooth. It's hard to kind of get past it because at this point too, it's harder to kind of spread across the tongue
Yeah.
and the roof of your mouth because it's so thick. Very, very acidic. I'm gonna go back to this 70% real quick. Wait, before I do that, there's something there that I'm kind of tasting.
Oh, okay, okay.
There's like another. It's a little dry too. Like my mouth is getting dry from it.
Right, right. That's why I asked for a drink.
Yeah.
I was like,
okay.
can we get a sip of this
Yeah.
coffee?
And I think that has to do with the polyphenols in chocolate. So those are the things that make like coffee and chocolate bitter,
Oh, okay.
and they basically bind to your tongue, your salivary glands, and they basically give you this sensation of there being a barrier on top, so your
Interesting.
saliva can't actually physically touch the tongue, so your tongue can't get that relief from having saliva on
Interesting.
it, which makes it feel dry.
Okay, okay.
So as much saliva as you put on your tongue,
It's not gonna-
it's not gonna feel wet because there's like this little barrier on top of your tongue right now.
Polyphenols.
Polyphenols. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to the 70 real quick.
I'm interested to know if anyone of you guys out there eat this 92% chocolate on the regular. Is there anyone that does enjoy this?
So my understanding is, they say 70% and above is not for eating; it's for baking.
Oh,
For me, 70% is for eating,
yeah, that was good.
and 90%, 92% is for baking. 70% you bake with it too. Like I make cookies with it, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. What
But-
would you bake with the 92%?
I mean, you would just basically use it as like chocolate chips. Or,
Really?
Yeah.
And it ends up being sweet after?
You just make the other part of it sweet. It's like if you want contrast between the chocolate and the whatever. This is a high contrast chocolate, so it's like whatever you put it in, you have to account for the fact that it's barely sweet, and just kind of build around that.
Oh.
Or also, if you wanted to like drink this, you know what I'm saying? Like you could melt it down and mix it with like sugar if you want to, and all kinds of whatever.
Oh, okay, okay.
You know, sky's the limit when you're making that kind of stuff. But
Sure.
You just do it with water or with milk, and make yourself a drink out of it.
Okay.
Like, there are some chocolates that are like drinking chocolates, you know.
I didn't know that.
Baking chocolates. I mean, this has like really, really intense chocolate flavor, but intense chocolate flavor can be very acidic too. So,
Yeah.
as you just found out, like, I don't think you were expecting that.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
No. I don't know why I'm eating more, but
It's really informative.
it's pungent, it's tart. And then there was a brief moment where like the strawberries came in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then
But then it just
disappeared
like, and then it
just
starts like coating everything. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, well, that's
Yeah.
not that good.
Now let's compare that to a cacao nib,
Okay.
which is just the dried out, like, so this is like 100% basically.
This is 100%.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
Just one or two? Or?
You can just start kind of chewing on them. I love cacao nibs.
So these are actually enjoyable, huh?
Mm-hmm. I'll just show that bag real quick.
Oh. Oh, wait, what?
What?
Kind of tastes like paint chips. Not that I know what paint
Paint
chips taste
chips?
like.
Yo, it does taste like paint chips. Not that I know what paint chips taste like either. I've never eaten a chip of paint, but yeah.
Right?
It does taste like it tastes.
There's that
the-
chemical, like...
It tastes the way
taste-
paint smells. A little bit,
Yeah.
It does. But you know what? It also tastes like
You
banana.
eat this? Oh, banana?
Yeah, it tastes like banana.
Oh, actually.
Yeah, it tastes like banana. You know what it else tastes like? Tastes like sake.
What?
Yeah. To me.
Yeah.
We can give some to Dila.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Tastes like sake.
sorry. The banana just came through.
Yeah, banana comes through.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also tastes like sake.
I haven't had that much sake, so
Okay. Yeah. No.
that's really cool, though.
Yeah, it really tastes like sake. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take some when we do our sake and pizza episode so you can try them side by side.
Okay. That's cool, though.
Oh, yeah. Sake and pizza episode coming up. We're going to be doing it's not the Sultan slow drip, but we are doing a sake and pizza.
We're just it's a eating app. We're just
Yeah.
it's a pairing tasting episode with sake and pizza. Sake and cheese go really well, so we're
Yeah.
just mixing two awesome things together.
Yeah. And how exactly this came about on your show, like this whole idea? To do the sake and pizza episode?
Yeah. So we did a tasting with Dila and Justin, and we were just kind of brainstorming what would go well with sake. And Justin, I mean, we had pizza ovens at side practice in the background, and Justin was like, "This would go well with pizza." And we all agreed, and was like, "Why not?" And
So,
then
yeah, we're gonna
Dila
make
threw out some other like ingredients, like arugula and
Yeah.
like some goat cheese or maybe, and so like
prosciutto,
prosciutto, yeah,
stuff like that,
yeah.
yep,
So
so.
something light, something cheesy.
Yep. So we're just gonna have a little party, record it, and have some sake and
Yeah.
pizza, and
Can't wait.
let you guys check that out as well. So. Yeah. So that paint thing, that's so funny because it absolutely.
I didn't get the banana the first time, and then
Yeah.
the paint chips was what I thought the first time, and then after that you're like banana. And then,
Dude, that was like a really high level call actually.
really paint
Yeah,
chips or
yeah.
banana?
Paint chips, because you called it, and I was like, "Holy smokes, yeah, it is there."
I think the texture, or right, like that's what I was.
Yeah. It
Okay.
smells the way paint smells and tastes the way chips would taste. Like,
Because I thought this is just like broken up chocolate. I didn't know nibs. Like, what part of it is it the nib? Is it the?
so this is like when you cut open the pod and you see there's like these little sectionals in there that look almost like ears of corn. Like imagine like you open the pod and then inside it looks like, the corn kernels. It looks like that, but just much, much bigger.
Okay.
That's how it looks lined up.
Okay.
in
Okay.
there. And that's actually the chocolate in there. And
Okay.
that gets roasted and then ground up, right? This is after it's been roasted, and then it just kind of gets broken into pieces.
Oh, interesting.
So these things, like when they're intact, they look almost like big kernels of corn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's still chocolate.
Yeah, it's chocolate. This is the most chocolate thing on the table.
The most chocolate thing
Yeah,
on the
because
table.
it's only
100%.
chocolate.
Isn't that so interesting?
Yeah.
Like 92% was very acidic, and then
Very acidic.
100%. No, I'm not getting that.
Not as much acidity, yeah. I mean, and a lot of that too might have to do with the actual chocolate itself. Because I think honestly, they selected this chocolate with that in mind. Like, you don't want to necessarily have it's still very acidic though, but they didn't necessarily want to have a super duper acidic chocolate that you couldn't eat.
Like, this is more enjoyable than the 92%.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. But like I was saying before, I like to just honestly put some of these in a cup and just dip a banana in it and just kind of eat the banana. Like, it's solid for me.
Speaking of bananas, a really long time ago when you popped up with those croissants, butter dough. I haven't been to butter dough in a while.
Yeah.
Uva, what's up, guys?
Yeah, what's up?
Justin made a banana creme brulee latte with
Bananas
Kyoto.
Foster.
Bananas Foster.
Yeah.
Sorry. So is that what is that?
It's
Bananas
like
Foster.
basically like
that
flambéed banana with I was doing it with toasted raisin as well. Yeah, so you take bananas and you flambe them, and then yes sir, it was really good.
That was good.
Yeah, it turned into a syrup, and then I was like crushing so much of that when I made it too. It's like it actually made me think, in a way, banana is almost like a giant vanilla pod, because when you start working with it and mixing it into things, it looks just like vanilla, like with the little seeds and stuff from the banana, and even the banana itself looks like a vanilla pod. I don't know. It just kind of got me thinking, like, banana kind of looks like vanilla a little bit. Like, it was just weird. But, because, I mean, banana's closely related to avocado. Yeah, like such that people who have avocado allergies also are allergic to bananas.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Did not know that.
Yep. They grow the same way. I think they're in the same family. Because if you've ever seen a wild banana, it looks kind of like an avocado.
I have not seen one, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like...
I've seen the smaller bananas in Asia.
Oh, yeah.
But
it's just like those are
plantains.
still very cultivated.
Okay.
But like a wild, like truly wild banana is fatter and rounder and more stout.
Okay.
And very fibrous on the inside.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's almost like a plantain, like, but even more husky.
Okay.
On the inside. Yeah.
Can you like eat it? Like, just is it easy to eat if you said it's fibrous?
I don't know for sure, but if I just looking at it, it seems like you have to cook it. I think unless you're like a kind of arboreal primate, you don't have the means.
Power. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have the chewing power to really like get in there.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's my guess.
Sure.
So
I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, I want to swing back actually to the question you asked before about pricing.
Oh yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
So basically, these bars together came out to like $275.
Okay.
Total. And this bar right here, or all of these, are about like $475.
Okay.
Right?
Each?
Each.
Yeah.
Yeah, each. And you get 2 bars inside of here. So when you look at the amount of chocolate you actually
That's
get.
not that bad.
Yeah. When you get the amount of look at the amount of chocolate you get with each one of these, you're getting 40 grams of chocolate basically. A 40 gram, each one of these is a 40 gram bar. So this is 80 grams of chocolate total for almost $3,
yeah.
$2.75.
Yeah.
Versus this one, which is 200 grams of chocolate.
Why would anyone buy Hershey's?
Why? Yeah, I mean, or at least why would anyone buy it at that price point?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe.
What a markup.
Yeah, it's a huge markup. I think these are probably appropriately priced around 80 cents.
But people would still pay, you know.
But yeah,
Can you imagine if this was sitting in a vending machine?
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no reason it shouldn't be because you're basically getting for like less than double the price, 5 times as much chocolate.
But I have seen chocolates of that quality be marked. Like I don't know if it's marked up, but it's like significant. Like I've paid probably $9 for half of that.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah.
But then you don't. That's not enough information to know whether it was
no,
actually worth it or not.
It's not all chocolate. It was like added like flavors to it,
Oh
like
yeah,
nuts
I mean, there's
or
like
coconut or whatever. You know,
yeah. There's
so.
that whole movement. But then there's also the fact of just the pure chocolates.
Yeah.
How tempered is it? What's the kind of experience of eating it? And what's the story behind the actual origin of the bean? And then also too, what kind of practices do they use to harvest the actual chocolate?
There's bad practice.
Yeah, I mean, there's bad practices. There's like just like clearing of certain plants, and monocropping and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And obviously there's like not paying people well to do the harvesting and all that, so that plays into it as well. So there's a kind of bigger story behind.
I got you.
The pricing of really anything we eat. So yeah, but definitely with chocolate too, because the regions that chocolate comes from tend to be regions of like exploited people too. So that's just something to keep in mind.
Okay.
Yep. So with that said, let's get to the coffee part of this and just see. Now that we've gotten all that, you finally get to quench your palate a little bit on some concentrate. Some concentrate. Of
this is concentrate?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Very stouty on the nose. Like. All right.
Do you drink concentrate straight up?
Yes.
Yeah, of course you do.
All the time. Yeah.
This is good though. It's like I know most people probably add water to this.
Oh, of course they do. Yeah.
But
I mean, it's super intense.
Pretty good.
Yeah, especially after all this chocolate.
Yeah.
Now, do you see kind of why, like the shaved dark chocolate, is the note that I went with when you now are looking at all these different chocolates on the table? The thing that I would compare this to the most is the 70% chocolate.
I mean, even before tasting it, that's the one I would want to use because of how they came out.
Yeah, like you just consider that to be the most pleasant chocolate on the table?
Yeah, the most respective of chocolate and the most palatable.
Okay, cool. So it's like the archetypical chocolate for you. It's like, this is chocolate for me. That acidity that you get, the bitterness that you get, like the slight dryness, like the adult kind of quality that I was talking about in that chocolate, I think it really comes through in this coffee.
Okay.
And I put together my blend specifically to kind of hit that note of making this. I was like, I want this to taste like shaved dark chocolate, and I'm just gonna put those coffees together until I hit that note, right?
Did you think about how the acidity of the chocolate would add to the acidity of the coffee, or because it's not too acidic actually?
Yeah,
but.
no, I wasn't thinking more so about like blending it with chocolate exactly, but more so making people think like, wow, this is like chocolate, you know?
Oh, okay.
Especially when they mix it with milk,
Okay.
because chocolate gets mixed with milk, coffee gets mixed with milk, so it's like, how does milk change the coffee? Like, just like I don't like milk chocolate, I don't like milk and coffee really. But I know a lot of people do, so I have to kind of be mindful of that.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. I take that question back because I never mind.
No.
I thought there's no chocolate. It's just coffee.
It's just coffee.
Obviously.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the note you placed on the label is just like, this is what it tastes like.
And it was more so.
Got you.
Yeah, I get it. No, it's fine.
I was like, there's
You were like,
chocolate
wait
in
a
this.
minute,
I'm
yeah.
like, no, there's no chocolate in this.
Yeah, I know exactly. Wait, there's no chocolate in this? But it tastes so chocolatey. Yeah. No, it was more so like I wanted to hit that note in my mind, and then I just like put the coffees together to hit the note. And that's like kind of blending in essence, is like you have a vision of what you want the person to taste, and then you kind of configure your blend to make
Interesting.
it hit that, so.
Interesting.
And I went through like all kinds of iterations I found the coffees that I liked that I think could bring those notes, and it was like finding the proper ratio, which was just like kind of funky. So
Interesting.
it makes ordering interesting because I have to order in specific quantities, like to make it work out. So
Yeah. And this is just black. This is black label. It's
black
different.
label.
How is it different for purple label?
why don't I pull some purple label for you, and you can
Sure.
give it a little try.
Yeah.
So
I remember more floral and fruity.
Yeah, this is going to be
Lighter.
diluted purple label,
Sure.
because that's what I have just immediately available.
Yeah.
But you can taste the difference pretty easily.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, not much on the nose, actually.
Yeah, no.
for me.
Yeah, I mean, definitely compared to the concentrate. It's much tighter. Like, everything that we've had is stronger than this, really,
Yeah.
because it's already diluted, ready to drink. Actually, now I can smell it more once I
Right. Yeah.
once I cleared my. You see that how
yeah.
that works?
Yeah.
It totally works, like to clear out your sinus.
Can't put my finger on what type of berry. But like, yeah, it's so good though.
It's like a little bit of unripe blueberry, like just like a pure fresh blueberry.
There's like a light sourness to it.
Yeah, it's very stone fruity actually. It's got like some apricot, like peach, white, like white stone fruit kind of. So
It's refreshing. It's nice.
very refreshing.
Yeah.
It totally just gets overpowered by everything we've had so far, including the black label concentrate. Because like I said, this is ready to drink diluted, and it actually reminds me, like tasting this, of how much chocolate is still on my palate.
Okay.
Like just my palate is still very chocolate influenced.
Okay.
Like, I don't taste chocolate, but the dryness from the chocolate just kind of swamps out everything now.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it might be interesting to taste like a bit of the milk chocolate, because the milk will kind of like reset the palate a little bit, and then come in here and try this one more time. That actually helped a lot, yeah.
You know, now every time I have milk chocolate, I'm gonna be thinking caramel and toffee now.
Yeah, it like milk chocolate doesn't even taste like chocolate to me.
Wow. And that was like the Icelandic milk chocolate.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like pretty bougie milk chocolate.
Yeah.
Still very like just kind of flan tasting. So, and there's like much more to explore with the chocolate. This is just what I wanted to kind of delve into, because you could really just do a whole show. You could do like the Sultan of Bean to Bar. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole show on just chocolates and how they differ from each other and all the different ways you can make it. And I just want to kind of, in an approachable way, talk about just chocolate. And it's one of the things that people love about coffee, that it tastes like chocolate, and how to taste it, how to compare it. and how they play off each other. So, and I thought it'd be another opportunity to do a little bit of palate training, which is
it was great. This was great. I
fun.
feel like I'm slowly picking up on things, but yeah, thank you for putting this together.
Absolutely. You know, you dip your toe in there and then just kind of go forward with that knowledge, and now you're just building out your taste Rolodex. You're like, oh,
right.
this tastes like milk chocolate. Boom, this tastes like bittersweet chocolate. You know, like what's the difference? Oh, that 92% chocolate. It's got that acidity. That next time you taste a strawberry, you're gonna remember this bar.
I'm getting blueberry.
Yeah, you're getting blueberry coming now.
Yeah,
Did the milk chocolate help your palate?
It cleared it out.
It cleared it out. Yeah. The dryness from all those polyphenols sometimes, because that's why people put milk into coffee, is because it actually binds to polyphenols.
Oh, the milk does. So
Yeah,
it reduces the dry, like the cotton mouth.
It kind of like strips that off your tongue.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, or it even keeps it from adhering in the first place.
Yeah.
So so milk was kind of what people would use to address poor coffees, because poorer coffees tend to be higher in polyphenols.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that being said, I still really enjoy Firehouse and Diner coffee.
yeah, why
I
not,
do.
right?
You know, like Folgers. Like I still, you know.
Sometimes you gotta go high low, man. You know, some people
I'm not above it.
They're like, I don't want to tell you this, but I had coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. I'm like, for what it is, coffee from Dunkin' Donuts is actually really good. Like for what it is, it's like, you know, is it like the boutique thing? No, but like for what you know what you're getting into when you go there, and it's like it gives you what you're getting into, and in a good way, I think. So, yeah. So, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning into this episode. Catch you next time.
Later.
Peace.
Awesome.